Tuesday at MWC. Brandon, thanks for being here. You know, AI was thrown around a lot last year. It's thrown around a lot this year.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things kind of sifting beyond just the hype into the actual impact. Can you talk about, you know, what you consider to be the real impacts of AI when it comes to these telcos and maybe what Mavenir's approach has been to this transformation?
Yeah, the approach has really been about adding value to our customers, which are the telco operators and their customers. So when we look at AI, we're taking a use case driven approach. Specifically, we're focused on AI in the core of the portfolio, so IMS and packet core, and we're developing use cases that can generate revenue, protect consumers, as well as do better service assurance that'll provide better user experience for our operators' customers.
Yeah, so can you tell us a bit about what you're showcasing, that use case context?
Yeah, to dive a little deeper into that, one of the hottest use cases is AI translation. So there's a lot of countries that have a population that have limited proficiency in the language, and every day they're going to make calls, could be to the school, could be to the doctor, could be to drop their car off. And these are kind of high stakes conversations where language can become a friction, right? If they don't speak the native language well. And so they're looking for an AI translation service that they can trust. And operators are something that people trust to get it right. And so we see a huge opportunity for AI translation with operators. Another one is to deliver an AI agent for small businesses. So think about that small shop owner that has to cut the hair and answer the phone, right? They'd like to have AI just answer the phone for them, take all the bookings, make all the appointments, collect the money, and then they can cut the hair and ring the cash register. We also feel AI is going to be very important in security, you know, scam and fraud, and that's very pervasive. And you know, we got to fight AI fraud with AI security solutions. So we're looking to put a lot of AI into security, and then the other one is service assurance, where, you know, AI is great at getting the signal from the noise, crunching a lot of data and come up with the answer, and that's exactly what we deal with in telco. We deal with tons and tons of data generated by the network, but trying to get the information or the signal from the noise, as I say, and what am I really looking at in this data? AI is the perfect tool for doing that. So we're making large leaps in service assurance by the use of AI.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those use cases you mentioned really kind of remind me of this other phrase that's being thrown around almost as much as AI in this space, which is the transformation from telco to TechCo, and it being this broader world. You know, what would you say, again, you guys working with operators, from their perspective, what are the kind of key steps they should be taking now, the next few years, in that process from your perspective?
Yeah, I think the first thing, and we I was talking to a Turkcell today. You know, we've announced that we've got an MOU with them to do some AI initiatives, and you know, one of the things that we were talking about was you can innovate through the telco standards, the 3GPPs, the GSMAs, or you can innovate by taking things that are happening outside of telco and cloud and AI, and bring them into the ecosystem and innovate that way. And I just see there's this huge advantage to doing it that way in terms of the speed of innovation that's happening in AI, and trying to figure out how to make AI work for telco. So I think the first step to being a TechCo is really embracing where does the innovation come from. A lot of it's coming from AI and cloud, which is coming outside of telco. And then how do you use AI? How do you bend that to telco's will? You've got to bring GPUs in the network. You've got to start figuring out how AI works with the existing services, works within the existing operations paradigm. And it's a large transformation for operators to go through. But we do see a lot of demand and a lot of interest, and I think it's going to happen very quickly.
Awesome. Well, Brandon, thanks so much for taking the time.
Absolutely, Tommy. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.